Hello, I'm Chuck Foster, and this is my journal article presentation. The following presentation is from two peer-reviewed articles I've chosen to show the correlation between multimedia and coherence principles. The multimedia principles is people learn better from words and pictures than from pictures alone. The coherence principle is the idea that adding extra material to an explanation can interfere with learning. You should avoid adding any material that does not support the instructional goal. Technology can be a wonderful learning tool if used responsibly and understand limitations in learning. The use of technology should allow for a higher order of thinking and to learn more deeply. The first article is presented as information on the importance of technology along with the challenges of implementing new technologies in the classroom. The second article is to tie into the first article by presenting the issues with technologies and the coherence principle. The first article, Using and Creating Knowledge with New Technologies, by Kay Kimber and Claire Wyatt Smith. They identified some key challenges and opportunities for designing classroom tasks to promote the development of effective digital learning. Their paper considered several factors affecting the quality of student performance in digital learning contexts. Some of those factors were educationally oriented applications of information and communication technologies, ICTs, tend to articulate a skill-based focus, which their impact and effectiveness are necessarily short-term. The provision of ICTs in schools should be matched by a vision of promoting quality learning students that includes but goes well beyond technological proficiency. One of the actual problems for schools is how to equalize students' learning opportunities with new technologies. Another challenge of activating teacher agency, they found that teachers need to be more proactive in that they need to take positive steps toward developing technology-based learning activities that engage and challenge learners. They found that the quality of learning is related to the degree of active engagement with material in terms of reflection and identification patterns. They found that value adding in technology is extremely important. Value adding involves paying some intellectual or creative attention to the manner of improving the value of an item in some way. Value adding is more closely aligned to understanding a high order thinking than basic informational processing. Indications suggest that teacher-generated computer-based tasks and commercially available technological tools can assist students in their construction of meaning and knowledge, especially in developing the higher order cognitive processing associated with value adding. They concluded that teachers should be involved in understanding how to shape investigative, creative, problem solving, and communicative activities. They also found that the manner and nature of value adding becomes a driving force in determining the effectiveness of learning with technology and the visible manifestation of teacher agency. If value adding is synonymous with high order thinking skills, it can only be achieved when learning processes that encourage critical reflection and creative transformation are instituted. The second journal, Creative, Retroactive, and Proactive Interference in Multimedia Learning by Richard Meyer, Krista DeLue, and Paul Ayers, took some college students, the Concise group, studied a multimedia lesson that explained how hydraulic brakes work, consisting of narrated animation of annotated illustration. Others, expanded group, received the same lessons along with multimedia explanations of caliper brakes and air brakes presented either after, proactive, or before, retroactive, the explanation of hydraulic brakes itself. Some students, the Concise group, received a well-designed multimedia lesson on how hydraulic brakes work in a car, whereas other students, the Expanded group, received the same lessons along with well-designed multimedia lessons on how caliper brakes works on a bicycle and how air brakes works on a train. They found that if the learner does not recognize how the added material is conceptually related to the target material, the added material can actually interfere with the construction of a mental model. They concluded that the major empirical findings in these experiments is that students learn more deeply about a cause and effect explanation of a system when it is presented alone rather than with explanations of structurally similar systems, i.e., the concise group outperformed the expanded group on transfer tests in the combined data set of both experiments. They concluded learners in the concise group were better able to build and apply mental model of hydraulic braking system because they did not have to contend with additional pieces of information about aspects of other two systems. In conclusion, adding interesting but unnecessary material to e-learning can harm the learning process. Remember that interest cannot be added to an otherwise boring lesson like some kind of seasoning. Adding interesting but unnecessary material, including sounds, pictures, or words, to e-learning can harm the learning process by preventing the learner from processing the essential materials. Thank you.